Alright, I'm here. I don't usually do breakdowns enough, but if it's a trailer that really interests me, then I'll look into it. I'm not going to be doing for every little trailer there, but that remains to be seen. So, Kamen Rider Black Sun was just released, and if you didn't know, I'm kind of a big Toku fan. Used to be. So yeah, Tokusatsu. Japanese sci-fi special effects TV shows and movies. One of the most popular TV shows, Kamen Rider Black and Kamen Rider Black RX. Well, now they're going to be doing a reboot of it, and let's break down those two trailers. Hopefully there's no copyright. Let's look at the first teaser. I don't know if any of this is going to be copyrighted, so I'm just going to mute the trailer if need be. Okay, so we got Kotaro, the main protagonist. He's walking through some mayhem or riot happening. There is the sun, and there is him transforming. My only gripe with this is that Shadow Moon, his rival, Nobuhiku, is doing the rider pose. I don't like that. I just prefer him to just transform ahead and not do a pose, because that's his thing. But they're doing something new here, so it's gonna be different. It's not Kamen Rider Black, it's Kamen Rider Black Sun. Also, looking at the design here, you can see the belt, the new belt. It's a lot more biomechanical. No, the entire suit is a whole lot more biomechanical rather than mechanical as the original suits it used to be. And the sword right here, it looks like it'll come off his shoulder blade from the figures that I saw online that shows his whole suit. The suits kind of remind me of Guyver. And if you want to watch that video of me talking about Guyver, wherever the link is that pops up here. Yeah, let's look back at the mask. Yep, it has that, there's some bioluminescence here, some red, to distinguish the Kamen Rider Black Sun from Kamen Rider Shadow Moon, his rival. Oh, there's Shadow Moon coming out the dust. Yep, you can see his shoulder pieces come off, so that's definitely going to be like their sword weapon. Yep, a great shot. You can see some laboratory stuff in the background. That's probably like a heart, Kaijin heart or something. There's Shadow Moon, there's Black Sun, and then they're about to fight. Now let's look at the new trailer. I can't wait. Is there subtitles? Okay, commemorating the 50th anniversary of Kamen Rider, based on the works of Shotaro Ishinomori, the creator of Kamen Rider. 50 years after human and Kaijin began coexisting. Okay, so this is definitely going to be a different turn from the original TV show. Because the original TV show, it has them almost kind of like secret society. The Kaijins are kind of a secret society, and it's led by those three, or Gorgom. The organization is called Gorgom. So here in the reboot, it's going to be a kind of a commentary on different class systems. Kind of like a comment I saw pointed out. Let's put it here, where they're comparing it, the Kaijins and humans to mutants and humans, like in X-Men. 50 years after humans and Kaijin began coexisting. Okay, that's gonna be either, it looks more like it's the humans that's protesting for their rights of human rights because they're coexisting with Kaijins or mutants in this case. The Kaijin have been oppressed. Okay, never mind. I take back all of what I just said before. Kaijin have been oppressed, so yeah, it's possible that there shows here that they're still human, but it's just that they just have mutagen blood that turns them into monsters. Yep, you can see the riots happening here. It's all going down. It's going to be humans versus, I'll just say mutants for now on just to make it easier. So humans and mutants continue to clash, of course. And then right in the center of it all is Kotaro, our protagonist, Kamen Rider Black Sun. Kazuya Shiraishi. I'm not too familiar with his work. Okay, there's Kotaro. He's in his... Oh, there's Battle Hopper. I don't really like the design of Battle Hopper, but I can see where they're going with it. It's a little more gritty, but I would have liked to see the full-on red LED headlight eyes. Other than that, it looks pretty neat. Battle Hopper looks really neat. I wonder if he'll be sentient in this web series, because in the TV show, Battle Hopper is sentient, but here it might just be a bike to complement his rider form, but who knows? We'll have to wait and see. As a solitary man, Kotaro Minami. Okay. Oh, that's Shadow Moon's. That's definitely Shadow Moon's. That is definitely Shadow Moon's bike, and it's a little bit different. And that's definitely Nobuhiko, a man confined for 50 years. Nobuhiko Akazuki. Yep, and that's his stepbrother. Yeah, stepbrother. That's Kotaro's stepbrother. Nobuhiko. I didn't think he would still be alive. Okay. Okay, those two. The time for these two men to act is now. Okay, if I was to make this a whole trilogy, I think it makes sense to have them start as allies. Because in the TV show, it was just Kotaro fighting the mutants and all that, whatever. Then eventually, oh, boom, throw in the evil rider, Shadow Moon. And then there's not much build up to that. And then Shadow Moon was just straight up, oh, I'm evil, mustache twirly, I am gonna stop you. Black Sun, all that stuff. So it makes more sense for the reboot to have both characters start out as allies and then eventually divide. It's kind of like the Magneto and Charles Xavier character duality. They start out wanting to unite and have humans and mutants coexist, but eventually some event happens and they both go in their own separate ways, having Kotaro become like the Charles Xavier of the Kamen Rider universe here, and Nobuhiko becoming Magneto. So I'm pretty sure that's what they're going to set up. That's going to be like the season 1. And the season 2 will be having Nobuhiko, aka Shadow Moon, be a straight full-on villain. Oh yeah, they look badass on their bikes. Their Shadow Moon's bike is just like a giant shoulder pad. And then there's Battle Hopper. That's cool. I wonder what the bike's going to be called, or if it's sentient too. So what? Shadow Jumper? Shadow Hopper? Okay, that's when they're definitely kids. Okay, they discover something. Yep, that's them being experimented on. And that shot here is very reminiscent of the pilot episode where it has Kotaro and Nobuhiko as teenagers being experimented on by Gorgum. So I feel like they're going to dial that back a whole lot more and give them some childhood and teenage drama, or not drama, trauma. So when they get transformed into cyborgs or mutants as a child, it'll be way more traumatic and it'll hit home way harder once they become the actual characters as adults. I would turn you into a mutant. I am always fascinated when I watch human transform into mutant. Okay. Okay, that's them being experimented on. Okay, that's some kind of character. Another character I'm not too familiar with. Oh, that's a full-on grasshopper. Pretty sure it's Gorgon experimenting with stuff. Okay, back to this. It looks like Kotaro's probably gonna befriend this girl here who's a mutant herself. And then I'm pretty sure that's where it'll put the fork in the road, where Kotaro wants to fight for humans, but Nobuhiko wants to fight for the mutants. Yeah, it looks like that's the girl when she's younger. And then this is her present day? No. I think she might be the same age. I think that might be like it'll be like a little sister to Kotaro, and then he'll have to rescue her or something. Kind of like the showing the innocence within this dark dystopian world. Yep, she's transforming into a mutant. The King Genesis heir is born. Huh. I feel like that's just the literal translation, but then when it was on the TV show, I think it was translated to Creation King. So I feel like it's a little bit of a change there, but it might just be translation errors or something. So King Genesis is going to be the Creation King, which is either Black Sun or Shadow Moon. Because for those who aren't familiar with Kamen Rider Black TV series, those two are made into those two riders, Black Sun and Shadow Moon, and they're supposed to duke it out. And the last one standing will become the King Genesis or Creation King. So basically like the leader of the entire universe, or leader of the entire world, basically. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Nobuhiko transforming. I mean, Kotaro, yes, it makes sense. But Nobuhiko, no, I'm just not digging it. I mean, it's fine, but I just don't dig it. Yep, there's Kotaro transforming. Okay, they're doing I can see the duality, you know, pose this way, another pose this way. That's cool. Closer look up of the Black Sun's belt. Yeah, it is very mechanical. This almost looks like it's like a engine of some sort. You can see the pipes here, pipe there. There's almost like a speedometer there. Yeah, it's very biomechanical, or it's very mechanical in the belt, but biomechanical in like this whole suit. Oh, Shadow. Okay, finally get a close up of Shadow Moon's belt. It is a lot more biomechanical. It's almost like it's almost like the Guyver unit. I know I'm comparing this a lot to Guyver because, I mean, just look at the designs of the suits here. It's almost H.R. Giger like on this belt. I mean, just look. It's almost like a kidney or organ there. There's the Kingstone. Yeah, they are able to transform because of the Kingstone. Yeah, my Tokusatsu memory is coming back to me because I have not watched anything Tokusatsu related for a long while. So yeah, the Creation Stones help the Kotaro and Nobuhiko transform into the Kamen Riders. Okay. There's Shadow Moon. Oh, wait, copyrighted music. Yep. Just like how Black Sun had those red highlights, or that red line on his mask, Shadow Moon has green highlights on here. Because it's the color of their Creation Stone. Or their King Stone, I mean. Oh yeah, right there. This is, we finally get a perfect HD shot of Kamen Rider Black Sun. And it looks beautiful. I mean, you can see like that little collar. The mask down here looks really cool. I feel like you can tell it was recycled from some other Toei suit, but like it's like all cobbled together, so it's kind of Frankensteinian. Because Toei is known for recycling their suits. Oh, you can almost see like a color gradient here, where it's like white and then red, white, red. That's cool. Oh, we finally get to see Kamen Rider Black Sun in action. Let's slow that down. Okay, we see him in action. It looks like he's running after... the villain Bilgenia. I'm not too familiar or remember what his backstory is, but he's just like one of the big generals of Gorgom. And he's going to be tasked with trying to kill Kamen Rider Black Sun. Okay, I've been wanting to talk about this. So this, the Satan Saber, or the Satan Saber, that sword is going to be very important. Because it starts out as the sword of Bilgenia. It's like Excalibur to the mutants, basically. I get the feeling that once Bilgenia loses this sword, Shadow Moon will finally take up his mantle and take on the Satan Saber and finally wield it, just like how he does in the show. So I can't wait for that. So Black Sun trying to grasp onto the Satan Saber and fighting Bilgenia. Huh. And I also find it kind of interesting. They're not really trying to go for like a makeup heavy, they're not trying to go for makeup heavy effects on certain actors' faces. I think that's just to humanize the mutants a little more and not make them so monstrous. Black Sun fighting Bilgenia. Oh, great shot of Shadow Moon here. His grasshopper legs is way more pronounced, unlike Black Sun's. Ooh, yep. And then you can see... Yep, this eventually comes off and becomes like a sword for them to use. Oh man, this design's really freaking good. And then for some reason, I thought this was kind of interesting. He has what, pyrokinesis, telekinesis. I don't remember if he ever had it in the show though. I feel like he might have, but I don't know. I'll have to rewatch the original series. As a build-up to this reboot series. Okay, this is a mutant. Yeah, like I said before, there's mutants with like just a human face to have the actor show their face, but this is one of the other mutants that just have full-on makeup on. Oh, he's casting some sort of energy to keep Black Sun down. Okay, there we go. He's fighting Black Sun right there. I can't wait to see the action scenes here. Okay, so another mutant, Tiger mutant. I think that's pterodactyl mutant. Looks like it. Yep, it's a pterodactyl mutant. Saber-tooth mutant. Man, the creature effects look really good here. I feel like it's been a long time since we've ever seen. I don't know. Me personally, it feels like it's been a long time since I've seen good monster makeup in tokusatsu shows. Since it's just kind of recycling or basic, but yeah, I really miss the Showa makeup designs, and they really outdid themselves here. I mean, this mutant looks straight up like the Yaochua Predator. Okay, there's the bat. Okay, I like the glasses. That adds character. Okay, oh, that's kind of weird. I didn't see this the first time I saw it. So I feel like this mutant, he literally sheds his human skin, and you can see it here. That's kind of creepy, but kind of cool too. That's the bat, and that's the whale mutant. Okay, now we get these two fighting. I need to slow this down a lot more. Yep. Their shoulder pads become swords, and now they're fighting each other with it. Oh, you can see. Okay, it looks like they're gonna definitely go dark on this show, but they're not gonna hold back on the violence too. Okay, because you can see Black slashes at Shadow Moon here, and he spills blood right here. So I'm already excited. Like you can tell, yeah, they're gonna be dark, they're gonna be brutal, but they're not gonna skimp on the blood either. So the last writer that did that was probably Shin Kamen Rider or Kamen Rider the next or the first. Oh man, this looks amazing. I can't wait to see the fight choreography. Yeah, it's a little silly that okay, I won't lie, it's a little silly here. You can see, yeah, they're kind of like whipping each other with like foam swords, but it's so badass. And then the stare down right here where their horns meet each other. And I like that they kept that concept of Black Sun being almost an unfinished mutant, unlike Shadow Moon where he's complete. Because in the show, if you look at the suit here, it looks like it's unfinished because you can still see some like mutant flesh hanging out and stuff. Whereas with Shadow Moon, he's all armored. Everything is covered up. He is ready to be a rider knight or something. He's like a knight of the round table. For Kaijin to be what they want to be in this world. Okay, some sparring from teenage Kotaro and teenage Nobuhiko. It seems like it. Yeah, because he's wearing the black gloves here, and Black Sun usually has the wardrobe of just wearing black all the time. Okay, I feel like this is definitely back in the 80s or something, or 90s, where it's a little bit before Nobuhiko and Kotaro probably like separate their ways or something, and that's where the show's present timeline takes place in. Because this looks like it takes place back in like 89 or the 90s, because the haircuts here, haircut here, yeah, long haircuts, and then, yeah, the wardrobe too really brings it out. But that's just a theory. I will fight forever. Okay. Looks like it's going to be an important character here too. She might be kind of like a fanatic of the mutant race, or believing so heavily in the Creation King to be real. Something like that. Okay, these characters I'm still unfamiliar with, but I feel like it'll be like a younger version of Kotaro and Nobuhiko. Let's back up to normal. Oh! Get off my lawn, mutant! Okay. You're only good for being a freak show. Yep, there's definitely going to be some mutant hate here too, for sure. Whoa, they got an international actor here too? He looks like, because he's got dreads, and then looks like he's of Hispanic descent, or Japanese too. Mixed for sure. You're only good for being freak show. And then, okay, that's interesting. Okay, interesting. That looks like a villain. That looks like some politicking going on. Kaijin are not humans. Okay, this looks like a human governor trying to talk to like a mutant governor, and like, they're not human. We won't let them coexist with us. Okay, another character. Another character. We are both Kaijin and human. Okay, so there's definitely going to be some intermingling there where Kaijin or mutant falls in love with a human, and then that's how they have mutant children and stuff. This should be interesting. Okay, I feel like those are going to be the three holy lords for Gorgum. I will kill King Genesis. I will kill the Creation King. So I feel like this is probably where they're gonna be forced to fight regardless, because they can't coexist. Only one lives at the end of the story, and I like that they're setting that up. I think it's gonna be a great show. I can't wait to do breakdowns and videos of each episode for this. Wait a minute. I think I saw a post somewhere that all 10 episodes of the show are gonna drop, so I'll probably just do an overall review of Kamen Rider Black Sun. Because I've been meaning to cover Tokusatsu stuff on here, but I just haven't been into it for so long. But then finally seeing something like this, where it's a little more dark and grittier and not so childish, or not saying Kamen Rider's childish, but it's just, I'm not digging the new seasons and the new writers and stuff, because I stopped watching after Drive. So seeing new stuff like this, rebooted legacy stuff like this, it's exciting, and I can't wait to be a Toku fan again. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm not good with outros, and I will talk to you all later.